Hello beautiful souls, beautiful light workers, and welcome back to my little bubble of light on the internet. It's been quite a while since I've made a video and I'm so glad to be back. I've missed making these videos. I've missed you all and I'm really glad to be back. I'm going to be talking about what's happened there, because I know a lot of light workers are going through the same thing right now, and I think it's important for us to all communicate that and express that, because it helps us, doesn't it, to know we're not alone in all of this. And so it's been a while since I have made a video, like I said. Glad to be back. I've had a huge change of circumstances. I've been quite ill and I know what that's all about as well, and I'm going to be discussing that in case anybody's going through the same thing. It's all about what happens when you do raise your energy and circumstances around change. You're prompted to upgrade and you basically can't do the things that you used to do anymore. And I want to kind of talk about what that's like. I don't kind of have a script or anything for these. I was getting quite anxious about making this video because it's been so long. Plus this is my 100th video, so I was getting quite anxious about it. So I decided I'll do what I do to relax, to chill out, to tune in and go for a walk. And I love doing these videos where just go out and about and enjoy nature and just basically have a little bit of a chat. And yeah, there's a couple of messages I was asked to give as well. One of them was about finding the magic in the mundane, and one of them is about obviously that upgrading, what that's like, and also about anxiety as well. But what happened to me was, yeah, I had a huge change in circumstances that caused anxiety. And if you've been going through the same thing, you'll know that once you start the upgrading process, you can't do the things you used to do anymore. You can't be the same that you were anymore. And the anxiety caused me to get really quite seriously ill. Totally grounded, couldn't do anything, literally couldn't do anything, hardly could get out of bed, couldn't shop, couldn't clean, couldn't cook, basically was grounded. And that, as I had pointed out to me by my guides and my higher self, gives you a great chance to be very, very introspective and get really, really focused on how aligned you are. And that whole process went on for months. It's kind of like, you know, like retreating into your little bubble. And I know as light workers and empaths have to do that regularly, retreat into our little bubble of light and just do all that inner work. And I've been documenting everything that's happened and everything, oh, there's a bee. I think I missed it. There it is. There you go. A little British bumblebee. I just had the most amazing experience. I've just seen 2 deer. And it was astounding in the middle of the day. I've just seen a dog, so I might have to stop in a minute, but I'll carry on if I can. So I was talking about, yeah, I was completely grounded. I had to go into my little bubble of light, do the inner work. No, it's not. It's another deer. I think it's a baby deer or something. I can't believe it's amazing what's going on. I shall have a look the meaning of deer when I get back. I think the deer is a sign of innocence, isn't it? I suppose that's what we're all trying to head towards, isn't it? That innocence, that truth of who we are. Yeah, but anyway, getting distracted. So, yeah, I really genuinely had to focus really strongly on getting aligned, and obviously that pushes the ascension up again, which means that everything kind of changed. You know, my body can't hold low vibrational emotions like it used to. What I eat has had to change as well. I used to love a nice glass of wine, and alcohol just tastes really foul to me every time I try and have a nice glass of wine. It's like, oh, it's just so bitter. And processed food as well just kind of tastes really weird and just kind of affects me really differently. I know I'm not the only one to kind of be going through that as well. And when I say processed food, I mean, I'm not talking about ready meals or anything. I never ever went that far, but kind of like, I like the Linda McCartney chicken and mushroom pies, and had one last night, and it was just tasted disgusting. And Offspring had one too, and said no, it tasted fine, but it's kind of like, it's not the first time that's happened either, so that was something else as well. But yeah, so I've been kind of logging everything and all the processes that I've been led to, all the different tactics, all the different things that I've been kind of led to raise that energy, clear the old energy, raise the energy, raise the thought patterns, raise the belief patterns. Well, the video cut out, and I've had to stop several times because there seems to be a problem with the video on my phone. It's just not recording. Hopefully I got something recorded, so I'm sorry if it's a bit bitty and bobby, but like I said, it keeps cutting. Anyway, I better get down to it, or I'm not going to say what I want to say. The first thing that Spirit wanted me to bring was finding the magic in the mundane. That was quite a big message that came through to me. And this is kind of like twofold, because obviously if you've been meditating for a while, and there is a meditation course, if you don't meditate, there's a meditation course on my membership site, on my website, starlightworkers.com. Takes you right from the beginning. But if you've been meditating for a while, you know that when you're doing mundane tasks like cleaning or cooking or walking, or even the long tedious exercise like, you know, on the treadmill, etc., you do kind of go into like a little kind of connected in space. And if you're practicing psychic, obviously you know what that looks like, you know what that feels like, and you do kind of slip into that space when you're doing the mundane, and that doing the mundane tasks, and you know, the really earthy tasks. And there was something else that actually happened. I was kind of walking along, and when I walk obviously in nature, I kind of go into that kind of space, and I kind of stubbed my toe on this stick, and it kind of brought me straight back down to earth, and I realised kind of how tuned in I was. And it really is about the magic in the mundane, is about having that magic, having that connection, being connected in, and at the same time kind of being physical, being in this physical world. It's not kind of one over the other, or one's better than the other. It is about both. It's about being in both spaces. It's about being that being, but also experiencing the physical. It's not about kind of escaping the physical, although all light workers, I'm sure, would say it can be hard being here, but that's part of the process, isn't it? Learning how to be here as joyfully and as connected in, and as, you know, really enjoying the physicality, but not just the physicality, but as a spiritual being. But yeah, it's kind of the message I got from that was kind of, it's not one or the other, it's both. And I kind of got, obviously to share that here with you. So it kind of really is the magic in the mundane, and kind of finding that and living that. The other thing was about the anxiety as well, that I really wanted to talk about. Anxiety is one for me because I'm a kind of future liver. I grew up with narcissists as well, and I had quite a traumatic end to my previous life, so I have kind of suffered from anxiety, and it's something that we do experience here on this physical plane, isn't it? We know things can get painful, we know things can go wrong, and especially for light workers who are really sensitive to the energy, it can be quite upsetting and painful, especially when you start to raise your energy, especially when you start to speed up with the ascension process. That anxiety can become really problematic, and obviously there's a lot of processes on my website I'm going to be looking at for the ascension and awakening bundle that I'm hopefully going to be doing soon, that kind of look at kind of easing that anxiety a little bit. But obviously getting out in nature and walking and putting things in perspective, obviously meditation, yoga can help clear the energy. There's all of this is all on my website, starlightworks.com. There's all the processes in clearing your energy and removing blocks, and meditation, not yoga. Not managed to do yoga yet. But yeah, it's kind of like, obviously when you get anxious you can kind of sense that, but sometimes you live with a lower vibrational energy for kind of so long, it's kind of so low grade. It's like, you know, if you live in a city or a town, there's always going to be sounds of traffic in the background, but you get so used to it, you don't even hear it anymore, but it's still there, and if you listen you can still hear it. And it kind of really is like tuning into that and getting finer and finer, refining what is it that I am feeling, what is it that, you know, what is the energy that I'm attuning to, what is the energy that I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a plane or it's a helicopter. You probably can't see it. It's a helicopter going over very noisily. Yeah, kind of like the distraction. But kind of really kind of tuning into that and noticing it where you've not noticed it before. That was the other message. It may not be anxiety with you, but very often it is there, and we just stop noticing at some point. And it is something that we have to, as we're ascending, kind of have to look at and kind of work with, kind of eliminating that so we can raise our energy even more. And that really is a lot of what I've been kind of coming to recently, and obviously it's part of the ascension process. And I think that's it. I shall finish this video and walk away, and then I shall remember. Sorry, I just juddered a little bit there because a bee flew right up to me then. So I'm so glad to be back. on my 100th video. It wasn't what I was planning. Oh, I've been asked a few questions. The next video I'm planning to do is going to be on the kind of global awakening. I was asked a question about Johnny Depp's mom, which I would love to look at. It's so interesting. And also about somebody asked for an update as well with the process. I was not sure whether that was specifically for the med beds or whether that was just a general. I don't really know what's been going on in the world in terms of the awakening, because I've been in my little Lightwork bubble. So if you have, if anything's kind of come up that you want to ask about, please let me know. The video after that is going to be probably a pick a card, although I say these things and then Spirit decides that we're doing something else, so we shall have to see what happens. But finally got this video recorded. I don't think I said half of the things that I wanted to say. Probably rambled on a lot. I apologise if I did. I'm so glad to be back on YouTube, on social media, and lots and lots and lots of love and light to you all, no matter where you're at in your ascension process or your light work process. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you again. Bye.